Jeff and Howard Raw, Siren Buddha Medicine. We're here today to say it's all about the soup. It's about the subtleties and the correspondences and being able to listen to your inner voice. Like you're listening to mine. You can hear your own inner voice when we learn to block out everybody else's. So, I want you to decide on making a pot of soup. Yes, we're going to make soup. We're going to make a healthy soup. We're going to make your grandma's healthy soup. Maybe your great-grandma or your great-great-great-grandma's soup. So, what would you need? What do you already have in your cabinet that you happen to use? That your mother used? That your mother's mother used? Do you have things that your great-great-grandmother used around your house as far as herbs and roots and recipes? If you do, it's pretty cool. Maybe you have it and you just naturally, there's certain things that you make during holidays that happen to be soups or dishes with vegetables and roots and herbs in them. Things that you normally use like garlic and thyme and parsley, basil, ginger, lemon, onion, cinnamon, vanilla, peppers. All these things have healing benefits if you look them up. And so, you're at your cabinet now. And what do you have in there? And you pull out your pepper. Forget about the salt for now. We're going to season with some other stuff. So how would you compensate? Just to get you to pay attention more to, your herbs other than the salt. So you can use cayenne pepper or cumin or curry. Okay, so make your soup. But what I want you to see is that what you just made, especially if it's a vegetable soup, and you put in some, I'm thinking turnips and I don't know, Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I'm gonna throw in some Brussels sprouts. That sounds interesting to me right now. And I'm gonna use some cumin, and I'm gonna use some, all those seasonings that I named already. I'm gonna pour those in the pot. Why? Because I know that those seasonings are gonna make my food taste good. Why? I don't know why I think they taste good. They do. They taste fabulous with those seasonings. But guess what? Those seasonings have fabulous healing benefits. Why do I use them? Because my grandma taught me to use them when she cooked. And I'm sure that she learned from her mother how to cook. Those roots and herbs and remedies are part of, I wouldn't say remedies. Remedies. I remember the castor oil. Yeah, roots and herbs and remedies are floating around our family. Although I've never given my daughters castor. Yes, I did when they were babies. I gave them castor oil and then stopped when they got older because they're so feisty. Our grandparents didn't take that. But back to the soup. It's all in her soup. It's in the little subtleties and correspondences that I heard her voice through my blood, through my through the subtleties in my mind. Just knowing what kind of roots and herbs and things to use because they taste good. So you're geared to certain things that can be beneficial or things that aren't. Like I had to steer away from, during the holidays, I used to love to cook. Man, I would have like 4 or 5 tables, no lie. One with hors d'oeuvres, one with meats, one with pastas and rices and stuffing and man, you know. And I had the hors d'oeuvres. It was crazy food. Macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes with marshmallows, 2 different types of stuffing. The beef, the ham, and the turkey. The ribs, oh my gosh, the ribs we used to eat. Thought we were doing good when we turned to beef ribs because we were, we didn't eat pork ribs, we ate beef ribs. I know what it's like to be a hypocrite. But what I'm saying is it's all in the soup. I had to step away from all that. And I missed that. Oh, my chicken wings that I used to eat. But I don't want to eat my friends anymore. I really like animals and trees and stuff. I'm not going to lie. I really did like my steak, rare. I thought all that stuff was cool. But every time I walk past a steak joint now, I feel sick to my stomach. It just makes me sad thinking about all those symbols up there and the cows, and we're just agreeing to it. Excuse me. I know it's kind of silly that but when I think about it, I don't even feel right when I walk past it. Everybody got their little bib in there and sitting down, and I was a part of all that. But through getting in touch with my inner self and connecting back with nature, with our planet, with my ancestors, with the acknowledgement of what is, I was able to hear them and tap into the difference between the McDonald's and the bag of Doritos that I crave, or the Oreo cookies, and make a choice between the other cravings of the roots and herbs and things that my grandma made when we didn't have all this junk. We didn't eat all this junk. When meals were a part of family life more. Cooking, not just throwing food up there and making anything. I don't even think that it was like she was knowledgeable or anything so much about foods and healing benefits of foods, although she knew about cholesterol, They knew some things. My aunt got rid of a boil once. I forget what she used out the top of my head, So it was floating around. I seen it. But when you talk about your everyday things, it's really all in the soup. It's the stuff that you throw on top of the stuff. And so that's a pretty cool tip that you can learn once you tap in and start doing yoga and deep body breathing and going outside and appreciating what provides for us. It's like non-hypocritical just to admit that, wait a minute, this stuff is alive once you get to a certain level. It's like, this stuff is alive and it has value. And if I want to have value, I have to acknowledge that it has value and lessen the opportunity for the karma fingerprint or imprint. I would say that would be more on the, I wouldn't say negative side, because sometimes you need that to balance out, to teach you, Like, I want to appreciate as much life as I can. Although when there's too many fruit flies, I will smash them. I'm not going to spend my time and try to open up the window. Well, I might if it's summertime. I have done it even in the wintertime. But then I learned that they don't want to go anywhere. So now when I see them, I smash them. But I don't want to be the fruit fly for something else that thinks that I'm just in its way. When fruit flies are actually doing what they do because they're following fruit. WTF. Life is crazy. And then I have to remember not to be too crazy, with it all. But I do want to be conscious of it and aware of it. And I can not eat a steak. And I can still acknowledge that food is important and how is food is important, and be able to separate those partitions of my mind and make certain choices, even though I may not make the right ones all the time. Become more conscious and aware of it and tap in. And it all starts with taking a deep breath at your stove, opening up your cabinet and really paying attention to what's in there and what you're using, and looking up the healing benefits. Much love to you. This is Siren Buddha Medicine. A little backdoor tip. What's in your soup? Or it's all in the soup. I bet you it's all in your soup. Check it out. Reg F. and Howard. Raw.